Hello, everyone. Welcome to Battlesnake and the RBC Summer Tournament. My name is Joe, and I'm joined by my fellow casters today. Would you like to introduce yourselves? Let's start with Aurora.
Hello, everyone. I am Aurora.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Aileen.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're very excited to be here with a special edition tournament with the wonderful folks from RBC. And to tell you all a little bit about that and kick off the tournament for us here today, we're going to be joined by Sarah Parker from RBC, who's going to run us through what's happening, why we're here, and what's going on. Do we have Sarah? We do. Hello, Sarah.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. So welcome to all of our students participating today and to everyone else joining. And we are so excited to be kicking off our summer 2021 Battlesnake tournament with all of our students across technology and operations. So we do have around 95 students who are participating, and that is around just over 20 teams that we have. So very excited to see what our students get up to. We hope that you had a ton of fun getting to build your technical skills, work on these projects. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you met someone new, and we can't wait to see what you came up with. So with that, I will pass it back to the Battlesnake team, and we'll get started. And just very excited to see what happens.
Thank you so much. Oh gosh, love Student Battlesnake. It is the best. This is going to be so fun. So thank you so much, Sarah, for dropping by and for running us through what we've got going on today. We're going to dive straight in and walk you through how the tournament's going to work, what's at stake, what the prizes are, and yeah, let's do it. So first of all, let's run you through the tournament and what that's going to look like. I'll put up the brackets, and we can run through the structure. It's going to be, that looks very bright on my screen. Hopefully the contrast hasn't gone crazy. I have no idea why that's happened. That's rather alarming. I will try and get that fixed. Anyway, so there's going to be 4 groups today. So it's going to be multiple rounds. So we have these group stages. Snakes will play in those group stages, and the winners from those stages will advance through to the next round, through which we will end up with a top 4. I do believe that heading is accurate today. A top 4. And then from there, we'll get to a finals consisting of 3 snakes. And then in the finals, it will be the first snake to 3 wins will take it. How do these group stages work? So as I said, there is 4 group stages. Each group stage is played twice, and each time a group stage is played, the winner moves on to the next group, and the next game goes on without them. So Group A, we've got 4 snakes. We'll play that group. The winner, let's say, not to place a curse, it's Queen Coda. Queen Coda will be moved into Group A, and then moved into the second group, and then this group will play again without Queen Coda. That means every snake in each group gets 2 chances to advance in the tournament, and the second chance is just a little bit easier than the first one because presumably the most competitive snake has moved through. So we're going to see all of those groups competing, and we'll run through those groups and who's in them in a little bit, but we'll run through each of those groups, and then we will plow on to the rest of the tournament. So that is how the tournament works. If you are going to be, we've got the tournament page that has a full listing of all the snakes competing. I highly recommend you flick through this page and have a look at the snakes. You can see we've got, so first of all, we've got some wonderful names and things going on. Oolong Llama Snake, Naomi.Pie, Miss Minutes. Someone's been watching Disney Plus. So great things going on here. And these tags tell you all about the snakes. They tell you what technologies they're built on. They tell you which cloud they're hosted on. In some cases, they tell you about the behaviors. Check out the snakes, get to know them. We'll be dropping in and checking out some of those things as we go. But before we kick off the tournament, I'm going to hand it over to Aileen to talk about the prizes, whilst I try and work out why my screen share has gone funny.
Hold on, let me get my floppy crown. Wait a second.
Yes, Miss Prize Queen has arrived now.
I'm usually more stealthy about putting it on in the background secretly, but here I am. It's the Prize Queen to talk to you about the prizes, what you can win. Everybody's a winner at Battlesnake, but some people are just slightly a little tiny bit more of a winner in that they actually get prizes and not just a warm feeling of friendship and camaraderie in their hearts. So first place, well, let's start out with, we got a special category today called Best Branding that we will hand out to the snake that has the most complete and impressive branding. We talk about branding a lot.
That's going to be a hotly contested category given what we just saw.
Oh yeah, there's some good snakes in here, so it's gonna be a tough pick. But we got a $20 gift card for best branding, and then third place is also a $20 gift card. So either come in third or have really sweet branding. Either one, both are good. Second place is going to be a paid lunch with an RBC leader and a $50 gift card. So free lunch, you get to hang out with someone from RBC, and you get a $50 gift card. And then first place is a paid lunch with RBC leaders. There's a plural on that, so that's very exciting. And then also a $75 gift card. So get yourself something nice, get a free lunch, meet some new friends, as you do at Battlesnake. So thanks everybody for coming. And that is all from the prize queen.
Sorry, I can't hear you talking about getting something nice with a gift card anymore without remembering, without just thinking of buying air purifiers. That's the new item of choice.
Buying air purifiers. I'm also thinking any kind of like hair conditioner would also be nice.
Yeah.
I like tips to beat the heat and look your best.
Get your air quality just top tier air quality.
Well, thank you so much for us as prizes. That is excellent. We like free lunches. We like free gift cards. These are good prizes to play for. And that additional prize of the best branding is gonna be a hot competition. And it's always great to see proper cohesive Battlesnake branding being awarded. We love to see it.
Yeah, so your name, match your snake, match your bio, match your everything.
Match your behavior. That's when it really comes in. When the overall aesthetic matches how your snake behaves.
You've gone so far to aesthetic that
we love
everything.
It.
It's a package deal then.
Complete.
Also worth noting here, so folks, the tournament leaderboard is now locked in. Make sure if you're running Replit, make sure that's turned on and your snake is running. Make sure your server is warmed up, and now is not the time to make code changes. Right. I cannot stress this enough. Like, we're going to be playing our games. So in order for the stream to move smoothly, they are played just, a little bit ahead. So if you're trying to do a last minute scramble or deploy, you're gonna not want to do that. So keep your servers responsive. Also, great tip here, make sure your Battlesnakes are private to avoid unwanted games. So if you go in and edit your Battlesnake, you can turn it off from being private so that no other games are accidentally getting triggered while your Battlesnake's in the tournament. That could be tragic sometimes. Just so that everyone knows for the rules of the tournament, any draws, so any ties in the games will be rerun automatically and not shown. So we'll just run those in the background for you. Don't worry about them. But if you're watching logs and notice that there's a tie game, that is why we're not going to be broadcasting it. And again, just because it's really important, deploys are incredibly risky at this stage in the game. So only do it if it's like all down and you really, really have to reboot. But don't be doing last minute code changes at this stage. It's time to go forward. We've made our Battlesnake choices. Let's go with them.
One thing I just want to reiterate it, because I feel like we end up revisiting it every tournament. The games we will be watching here on the stream have already run. We are watching the replay. So by the time you're seeing stuff, it's already happened. So if you see something you're like, oh, I can quickly fix that, chances are the next game is already running, as Aurora said. So the window to fix it has gone down. There is occasionally opportunities between whole rounds where maybe we as the casters will do some delays if a snake is timed out and we're like, quick, go wake things up. But otherwise, unless we are purposely, trying to get a snake that's completely dead, the opportunity to try and restart, assume that games have already happened and it's your fates have been decided by the snakes. And also on that note, Aurora mentioned checking logs. If you're running a snake, don't go look at the logs. It's spoilers. They've happened. Stay away from them.
Don't look.
Yeah, we had a snake in the tournament last week that managed to spoil it themselves good and proper. So let's jump into the tournament, shall we? I've fixed the colors. We're back.
It looks so good.
So crisp, so nice.
Very crisp.
It wasn't at all a worrying issue of what seemed to be my HDMI adapter overheating. So let's dive into Group A. We have these 4 snakes in Group A, so they'll be playing 2 games, and 2 of those snakes will go forward. First, we've got Oolong Llama Snake, which I want to call out because this was the most delightful snake bio I have read in a long time. The Oolong Llama Snake has similar imagery to that of Oolong Tea that includes peace, serenity, and passiveness. The Oolong Snake will be long and remain victorious with a defensive and passive strategy. I love you, Oolong Llama Snake. We have Queen Coda. who also has a very impressive bio, which is quite long, so I'm not going to read it out. But we've got a team of 3 women in tech. They've got loads of wonderful details here about why they chose the tiger and what they were trying to symbolize. Just absolutely, y'all have knocked it out of the park. We've got Swams, who... The snake that is made for battle, swams, like this obviously means something.
I want to know if it's an acronym.
Yeah, tell us in chat what the deal is. Otherwise, we're just going to pronounce it weird all the time.
Notable is that they're using a brand new head. This is the Replit head.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Is that for real? I love it.
It is for real. It is for real. It's brand new. They were right on the forefront of new snake technology.
That is really, that is the peak of design right there.
I think that's very much what they were going for. Severus Snake, absolutely beautiful classic name. So that's Group A. So Group A will be the first group we see. They'll be playing 2 games. Group B, we've got Loop Larry, Miss Minutes, got some Loki action, Summer Snack Labs, and Vasuki. Then Group C, Deppy. Didn't we have Derp up here? Okay. Deppy, Jormungandr. Team, we have a Jormungandr literally like every tournament. And we love to see proper due respect paid to our mythological snakes. Thank you. Snakey the kiwi bird, lots of species going on in that. And then Senor Snake. James Bond, lovely.
Nice.
Slippery Basilisk. Team CCDS and Naomi.Pi is Group D. So those are our 4 groups. Are we ready with games? Should I dive into games? We're ready with games. Cool. Okay. So let's load up our first game. And as ever, whenever we do a tournament with a new group, I'm going to walk you quickly through this interface and what we're seeing so that you know exactly what's going on in the game board and are able to keep up with us. So this is the game board. No surprises to anyone. Here are your snakes. So important thing to note, snake position, starting position is random as well as starting food position. So every snake will start adjacent to a piece of food, and there is also always a piece of food in the middle. So snakes can be eliminated by hitting the walls, hitting the body of any snake, or hitting the head of a snake that is bigger or equal in size to them. If they hit the head of a snake that is bigger than them, they will be eaten by that snake and the bigger snake will survive. So food advantage is really important. So for example, this green snake down here in the corner, Severus Snake, has a straight run from their first food to that middle food and has a good shot at getting the food advantage. Whereas Oolong Llama Snake, the food is behind them, a little bit of a further distance to the middle food. But that varies every game. So, and they have 2 attempts to get a point out. Over here on the top right, we've got a couple of things to keep an eye on. The turn count. So long games are always very impressive, especially when we're dealing with new players. So keep an eye on which turns we're getting to. This colored bar under each of the snakes represents the snake's health. Every turn that passes, that ticks down by 1 to it's a total of 100. So after 100 turns of not eating any food, a snake will starve out. Once they eat food, that bar will completely refill no matter where it is. It will refill up to 100 and the snake will gain a length, and that's this number over here on the right. Every snake starts at length 3. Right now, you're only seeing one segment because they're coiled up, ready to go, but they do have a head, a body, and a tail. And every time they eat a food, their body will grow by 1 in length. And a number that isn't visible at the moment because we're not started, but you'll see underneath it, is the latency. So snakes have to respond and have to give us a move within 500 milliseconds. If they time out, you will see a red 0 under there. A timeout means they have not submitted a move for that turn. This is why we tell you to wake up your snakes, because if you time out multiple turns, your snake will just barrel straight into a wall and be knocked out of the tournament. So hope that's clear to everyone. If you have any questions, we are watching the chat. Go ahead and throw them in there. But otherwise, this being the first game of the tournament, we are obliged by tradition and respect to do a countdown. Aileen, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah, let's go from 4.
Four sounds good. Yeah, 4 snakes, four snakes, 4 groups.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I like it. All right, ready? Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Battlesnake. Okay, away we go. So we have some already eliminations. So Swams has the lead advantage, as the size advantage, and has taken out Oolong Llama Snake, and Severus Snake unfortunately collide with themselves. Queen Coda and Swams, the surviving snakes, they were close in size, and then that game ran away. So okay, let's go back and have a look at those early eliminations because that all happened all at once. Okay, so first of all, I believe it was Severus Snake that went out to a body collision, which was remarkable because they were only 3 in size.
Ooh, they got so scared.
That just looks like a panic there. Yeah. So quite often we see snakes avoiding heads will sometimes make bad decisions because of that. And that looks like what might have been happening here. Even though this is purely random, actually looking at snake, it might be purely random. But yeah, so they went back on themselves and knocked themselves out. Next up, we had Swams eliminate Oolong Coda Snake. Again, classic move here. Swams has the size advantage on Oolong Llama Snake. Oolong Llama Snake is obviously barreling for this food, but unfortunately, in either case, because they would have both hit the food at the same time, with Swams having that size advantage, they did eliminate Oolong Llama Snake. The next up, Queen Coda and Swams were neck and neck for a really long time, and suddenly Queen Coda goes on a snack fest and then traps themselves in the corner. So well done, Swams. Our first victor of the tournament. That's not it for Queen Coda, Oolong Llama Snake, and Severus Snake, though, because they will have a second shot at going through without Swams on the board. So Swams goes through, and then we get the same group minus Swams. So we have Oolong Llama Snake in the top left, Queen Coda on the right, Severus Snake in the middle, and Severus Snake again has the food advantage, with the food being straight tied to the middle, though as we saw they were looking a little bit random and weren't paying attention to it. It might be better for Queen Coda that their food path is back, because they seem very food motivated and very greedy, and so it might delay getting into trouble a little bit longer, but we'll see how it goes.
I feel like this starting configuration is going to be better for Oolong. They've determined they're a bit of a passive snake, so that avoidance that corner is probably
peace and serenity.
Yeah, they got some space.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how it plays out. So Severus Snake has clouded itself again, so it does look like that might be.
Joe, is this a tail extension food eating situation?
It is exactly that. Our favorite thing. This happens every tournament. So if you've been playing Battlesnake for a little bit, you'll have noticed the trick, which is as your snake moves, the tail moves with it. And so tail chasing is usually safe. It is a sensible thing to do. It's a good way of getting out of a bind. You can jump in behind someone's tail and sliver out. The danger comes when, in this situation, Oolong Llama Snake has a piece of food in front of them. As I mentioned, when you eat a piece of food, your snake grows. How does it grow? The tail stays where it is for a turn. So in this case, it looks like Queen Coda is following Oolong Llama Snake's tail, hasn't accounted for is following very close on the tail, only one spot behind, hasn't accounted for that food in front of them, and has barreled straight into the tail as that snake has grown by a square. Good spot, Aurora. Thank you for giving me the excuse to talk about my favorite Battlesnake phenomenon.
Oh, yeah.
So with peace and serenity, Oolong Llama Snake, minding their own business, just walking along gobbling, they go through.
Congratulations, Oolong.
Yeah, the stream poll turned out to be right.
Oh, there was a stream poll?
There was a stream poll, and
nice.
Somebody gave a lot of points for Oolong Llama's. There was a lot of Twitch buff from, I think, Korea.
Yeah. Couple of things I want to point out at this point, because we have just lost our first snakes of the tournament. We have to say this every tournament, new players, because it always astounds me. I've played a lot of Battlesnake for a long while now. My snakes are usually not as good as the snakes that you as students enter in the couple of weeks that you get to play. So thank you so much, everyone, for entering. Queen Coda, we saw some really cool things from your snake. And Severus Snake, sometimes the random moves are just harsh and a cruel mistress. But thank you so much for entering. And a reminder to all snakes, as they are watching and as they get eliminated, stick around to support your fellow students and see how far they go. But also, there is still the branding prize at the end of the competition. So although you may not be in the brackets now, there is still a chance to win. So stick around. Let's close out that and load up Group B. So Group A, Oolong and Swams going through, so they'll be in the next round, and now we're going to see which two snakes are going to go through from Group B.
The most terrifying snakehead of all.
The
I mean, I guess
so scary.
I assume most of the students participating in the RBC are Canadians, so know what the hell this is. But as the European in the room, this still makes no cultural sense. Why would you have this horror around? I don't know. Anyway, this is a very scary random board as well, which is what I thought you were reacting to. They are just all crammed up in here. We've got Loopy Larry on the right. Loopy Larry and Vasuki are like pointing at each other and are going to come to blows. Miss Minutes on the middle left of the board, top left of the arrangement, and the Bonhomme Terror Snake Summer Snake Labs on the top right. I have to think that teams who choose this head know what they're doing, right? Like they know this.
They
is
know
terrifying.
they're trying to scare me. Yeah,
It's
they
a
must
subtle
know.
intimidation technique. Yeah.
Nobody's like, oh, what a nice face. I'll pick that one. No, doesn't happen.
So let's kick it off and see what we do. So okay, there we go. I was about to say no early eliminations, and then it was chaos. So Loopy Larry taken up by Summer Snake Labs and Vasuki by Miss Minutes. Summer Snake Labs was running away with it. And what happened there?
What? They just went forward.
They just went forward. They just had enough. They were like, my job is done. I'm 4 times as big as Summer Snake Labs. Off I go.
12 is the max. I just can't get bigger than that.
Can't deal with it after that. Yeah. I've got indigestion. Time to run off the board. Hopefully just a bug, and we'll see something different from Summer Snake Labs in the next game. But very impressive start, like got big really quick. Miss Minutes, we love a snake that's conservative and safe and runs around in circles protecting itself. Good strategy. We didn't eat any food that game, but we wasn't under pressure to. We hadn't got even to the 50% point, so we might see some different behavior there. But congratulations on going through Miss Minutes. Let's rack up the next one.
You do love to see a snake. There's so many. It can be really stressful, busy time in the very early couple round. So if you stay small, it's actually a pretty good way of like keeping out of the fight. You know, you can just kind of sneak away. You have more. What is it? There's a word here. Flexibility.
Agility.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. You have a high dex mod for sure.
Exactly.
This game is more interesting. Okay, so the quick eliminations in the previous one, not a surprise given that really cramped formation. The 2 of the snakes that went out really quick were Loopy Larry and Vasuki, and they've got a bit more space here, so hopefully we'll get to see a little bit more from them. And then Summer Snake Labs, we're looking for, hopefully, not the reemergence of whichever bug it was that caused them to throw away their lead. So here we go. So Vasuki straight up, that looks like a timeout from Vasuki, or just not making a move. The latency wasn't a timeout. Loopy Larry is Lupin, and they are Larry. We're seeing the names, folks. As I said, cohesive branding. We like branding so matching snake behaviors. Summer Snake Labs getting swole, just getting the big old snake eating all the food.
It's so scary.
Oh, no,
it happened again. Oh no, actually
Tempted.
this time was actually just doom. This was just, too greedy, too optimized for the food, got into a loop of its own body. The only way out was that
Loopy
way.
Larry just spinning towards victory.
Spin to win.
I appreciate how not only does Loopy Larry loop, but it's got the swirl eye
swirl
and the
eyes.
swirl tail
Very
as
good.
well. This is
Very dizzy snake.
So good. Well, congratulations to Loopy Larry. Again, commiserations to Vasuki and Summer Snake Labs. Vasuki looks like just, I'm actually going to check the latency graph and see if we got any timeouts from them.
Ooh, graphs.
This is not this. I need to go back in the turns. So we have graphs. Did you know? And they show cool things. So it didn't look like Vasuki. Oh, actually, Vasuki was visible there, just that tiny gray line at the bottom. Let me zoom. Okay, so
Enhance.
Vasuki didn't time out. They were responding with moves. It was just up all the time, which isn't
It
ideal.
happens.
Anyway, onward we go. And then Summer Snake Labs just a little bit too greedy, but very well performing up to that point.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty natural progression. You see in
It
Battlesnakes,
is.
you're food seeking, you really got that locked in, and then you realize when you eat a whole bunch, you get really long and you get tangled in on yourself. So now, like, next iteration is like looking that next move ahead, being like, okay, before I move, is that a safe place to go? Do I have an ounce? So that's their next progression. But it's a beautiful thing to see the snakes at that stage, like seeing that growth development path.
I'm laughing because I really like the way you sketched out that growth development path, where the obvious thing to do after you determine your snake is getting too long is to stop growing. Whereas when Brad and I were building a snake, our approach was, no, let's spend too long trying to work out how not to make loops of our own bodies. Your way is smarter. That's the more obvious solution.
And you can battle snake however you like. But
Yeah, there are multiple paths to success, and some of them are just better.
longer than others, perhaps, more perilous.
Yeah, sure.
So interesting, many shades of green in this one. Continuing my conspiracy theory that snake brackets are determined by color. So we have Deppy here in the middle with the green with the evil smirk. Jormungandr, bottom right, also with an evil smirk. They're the pea-shaded one. Senor Snake, top right. And then Snaky the Kiwi Bird is going to be a little bit tricky to see in this. What would we call this? Soy color?
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
I mean, that's more like
Corn?
eggnog.
Eggnog color. Okay, we're getting seasonal. All right. We do have the fall league coming up. Okay.
Just in the spirit of the branding competition, I want to highlight some of the descriptions on these Battlesnakes. So Deppy claims that they are sly rattle battlesnake coated in python, lurking in wait of their prey. Say that they their Derby's team's pet sly rattle lives out its days in the Slytherin corridors, whispering coding tips to its developers, which is pretty fantastic. Jormungandr, of course, is the world's serpent. We know this. We love this. This is classic. But to go into Snaky the Kiwi Bird a little bit more, I think we want to talk about really their fruit. So rather than going eggnog, going winter, it's your favorite summer fruit combined with limitless rage, ferocity, and style. Clashy, bougie, ratchet.
Wow.
Limitless rage.
I mean, this is your brightly colored, fierce competitor here.
Yeah.
It's like it's alarming the way that like neon orange bugs are gonna poison you, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We've gone from peace and serenity to limitless rage.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
Fantastic branding here.
Okay. Well, I want to see how that limitless rage translates to Battlesnake movement. So let's have a look. Straight away we see Deppy eats. Deppy eats Senior Snake, and then Jormungandr eat them all. Oh, the world snake is eating the world.
Snake. That is sort of its thing.
Yeah, let's wind it back. So Deppy just absolutely merciless, grabs that first food. Senior Snake hadn't gone back for theirs, and so gets taken out by Deppy. The World Snake gets actually, we're seeing timeouts from Snaky the Kiwi Bird there, but they're back in it. Some very spiky latency. Jormungandr gets the food lead and just goes into kill mode and comes straight for Deppy, and then grabs the snack, and then comes straight for the Kiwi Bird.
Wow.
That's scary. That's fun.
It's such a nice shade of green, but it's very merciless.
Ruthless murderer. Good colors.
Good colors.
Yeah.
Well named. If you're gonna go with the name Jormungandr, you have
to eat the world.
Yeah,
you have to eat everything. That's very good. It's extremely satisfying.
Okay, so Ragnarok has passed. Jormungandr has moved on to the next stage, and that leaves DP, Senor Snake, and Snaky the Kiwi Bird to rattle around in peace. So we still have to see the limitless rage of Snaky the Kiwi Bird come into play. They are all in the bottom corner, so I am anticipating some. Where's my screen? So I'm anticipating some quick eliminations. There's my screen. Some quick eliminations that I won't be able to cover. So let's see what happens. Lots of no one took any starter food. They just decided they didn't want it. DP times out, it looks like, or just went straight up. Snaky the Kiwi Bird is running very close to the latency limit often, but they're managing to make it through. And
no, Senior Snake.
They're doing like some. I was like just thinking like they're going really wibbly wobbly. Maybe this is like quasi random, and then they just like slide in a casual elimination there.
Yeah, just casual. It's that pointy nose. It's just.
It always looks like like normally you're like, hey, snake collisions is like one snake eating another, and this is like, poink.
Yeah, just
the
poink.
official noise. Poink.
Poink.
Beautiful. Very well played. I'm going to quickly rewind and have a look at DP and see if they took any moves other than straight up. They did not. Straight up all the way and really high latency. And that wasn't happening in previous games. So something's going on there, DP. But anyway, congratulations, Snaky the Kiwi Bird. Your limitless rage has taken you through to the next stage.
Carried you through.
Okay, spinning up Group D. 2 snakes to go through from Group D. Do we have any fun branding notes on Group D, Aurora?
I mean, there's a fair amount of bold claims. I'll put it that way.
Ooh.
Bold claims of brutality, bold claims of victory seeking. So I would say the majority of these developers, although there is one Battlesnake here. Sorry, I believe it is Slippery Basilisk, who offers the opposite, which sounds like a plea for help, which is I'm not sure how to use a computer. So Slippery Basilisk, my heart's with you. Many days I feel that way as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes the computer wins. But we'll see what happens.
More often than not, the computer wins. Okay. We've got the banker hat appearing.
Yeah.
This is the official RBC skin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we did our first RBC intern tournament we did in the spring, actually. And one of the outcomes of the spring internship was the RBC head, this custom head, which is available across the Battlesnake site. So you can use it in any Battlesnake competition. So thank you to the spring intern group for bringing this now for this summer intern group, available, ready to use. It's probably not a bad branding move, to be honest, for the judges. We know who the judges are.
You got a panda.
Yeah.
So let's get this game off. We've got James Bond on the left. We've got Naomi.Pi on the right, on their own, a little bit of a space advantage. Slippery Basilisk on the top, and Team CCDS. What does CCDS stand for? Do we have any clue?
Ooh,
there are no hints in the bio, I'm sorry.
No hints. I love mystery acronyms. SWAMs and CCDS. When will their truths be revealed? Okay. Let's kick it off. Any early... Oh, there's a lot of snakes in one place. Okay, they've spread out again. That's fine. We have an early size lead from CCDS, and we've got two snakes kind of struggling to keep up. CCDS really running away with things and hit the typical problem of running out of space for themselves. So two of the bigger snakes have been knocked out. We've got Slippery Basilisk is looking like they might starve if they don't get some food soon, but they did. James Bond starting to get a bit of a lead. Kind of just sitting in the middle, doing their thing. Now, they ate themselves into a corner. Okay, a lot happened there. Ooh, apparently I'm hearing that my laptop is not doing very well. Let me close some things down.
Just running all of the things.
I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to close.
We have the technology. Tabs. We can.
We do.
And give that another go here.
Yeah, we have the technology just to shut down everything.
See some of those highlights.
So let's rewind
won the poll, so we got.
There we go. That's looking smoother, Joe. There we go.
What? Sorry.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Smooth.
Cool. Okay, so this was the moment where I clenched when all the snakes were just in one tiny spot. And then Team CCDS starts to go on their size rampage. And I think this is the first snake we lose, just from that usual unfortunate consequence of they become bigger, twice as big as the nearest snake. Oh no, we do lose. Naomi.Pi first, just a mistake. Just decided to run into a body rather than going down. Unfortunate to see. And then CCDS again, just a mistake. They decided to go up rather than right, and up was the wrong way to go, leaving the two smaller snakes. And Slippery Basilisk is slippery. They've got this pattern of like moving a little bit, tail chasing a little bit, really avoiding food, and then they finally get some. And then that way continues until James Bond suddenly starts getting really greedy and eats itself into a corner, headed off by Slippery Basilisk. Very well done, Slippery.
Nice little cutoff there.
Yeah.
Oof.
You don't have to be the biggest snake on the board. Go on.
Yeah, I just can't help but notice how pointy James Bond looks, just especially with the tail. It just looks sharp. It's a sharp snake.
Sharp snake. Yeah, it's very good. I really appreciated all of the we're lagging. Oh no.
It's cool. Ignore me while I fix things.
No worries.
Go for it. We'll just talk about I've really been enjoying these polls and watching everybody vote for whatever snake is going to go through. And I love that there was a lot more S's on James.
Yeah, there's like a meta game, which is can you produce Battlesnake names to make it challenging, exciting, fun for us to say. Good way to get shout outs for sure.
Yeah, there's the danger of being caster cursed because your name is so fun to say that we say it so often that you get a caster curse, which I think we've decided is only one of the casters. Yeah.
Curtis, sorry, not
it's
Curtis.
Only Curtis.
Yeah, we're safe, I'm sure.
Rest of us are probably safe.
Cool. Sorry, that was me testing the frame rate, but I might have accidentally spoiled some stuff. Okay, I think we're back and smooth. Keep us informed of how it's looking. So here we've got James Bond on the right, Naomi.Pi bottom right, Team CCDS on the left. So we're looking for Team CCDS. They're going to be getting really big and hopefully not running into themselves. Naomi.Pi we didn't see a lot from. An unfortunate bug took them out. And same with James Bond. They got big and cornered themselves. So hoping to see some change is here. Here we go. Okay, CCDS. Oh, never mind.
Ooh, impressive
turns.
No, I think even how we're looking on frame rate, folks, because I think even for me that lagged, but hopefully we're okay. Yeah, just actually straight off CCDS, just goblin heads all the way down.
Wow, it didn't even change direction. It just went in a straight line and everyone came to it.
This is the first time I felt we needed the killing spree soundboard effect. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a double kill for sure.
Yeah. Well done, Team CCDS. So they go through. Commiserations, Name It Up High, and James Bond. So that is our group stages. Let's have a look at the brackets and see how they are looking. So I'll zoom in a little bit. So Group A, we had Oolong Llama Snake and Swams go through to make up half of Group A. Miss Minutes and Slippery Basilisk from Group B, and Group D going through to make up the other half. Wait, sorry, I just completely lied. Miss Minutes. Group A on the second stage is Miss Minutes, Swam, Slippery Basilisk, and Team CCDS. Group B is where Oolong Llama Snake is, and they are joined by the hyper-aggressive Jormungandr, the very spinny and safe-playing Loopy Larry, and the limitless Rage represented by Snaky the Kiwi Bird. This is going to be a fascinating group, actually.
I think so. I mean, Oolong I wouldn't describe as an aggressive snake, but it is a greedy snake we're seeing.
So did I say they were aggressive without increasing serenity? Yeah.
And with Loopy being maybe small, I mean, I think that might be an advantage against three rather larger, snakes that are kind of throwing their weight around.
Jormungandr, though, didn't really grow a lot. They just got enough and went for it.
Yeah, Jormungandr is definitely a snake to watch.
It's always interesting to see how aggressive snakes deal with tail chasing.
Yeah, getting big is really only as useful as you use it, right? Like it's only useful because you are larger than the other snakes and you can do a head-to-head and win. If you, I mean, we've seen some people do neat things with like controlling space, but you got to use that size or else it'll bite you when you go into a corner and then all of a sudden, you spiral into yourself.
I would never forget those. I still always forget which snake it was. I think it was Prue's. That weird brief period they had where they would force a snake to the outside row of the board and then just lock them in that row until they by spiraling around in the middle until they got too big for the space and crashed out. It was really bizarre. A really interesting way to use your snake's body.
The old just center out.
Yeah.
We just missed a poll that was, should we have more polls? And the answer
obviously
was
the answer is yes.
So
obviously.
We love meta polls.
Meta poll.
Mm-hmm. So again, only using half the board in this RNG. We've got Swams bottom left, Team CCDS top right, Slippery Basilisk bottom right, and Miss Minutes top left. This food pattern is
it's an interesting spread, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So CCDS, grow big aggressive snake. Slippery Basilisk kind of conservative. I can't remember how Miss Minutes behaved, and Swams went through so quick. I have no idea what to expect from them. So let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, CCDS getting out of the group and going to get some food. That was just stuff skipping. I don't know what's going on today, folks. Sorry about that. Big lead from CCDS. No one's gone out, it says. That was the longest anyone hadn't gone out. Miss Minutes is about to starve. Okay, they saved themselves. Swams is just getting big. So we're going to get into that situation again where is Swams going to use their size advantage to secure the win before they run out of space for themselves? No, is the answer. That was just... Yeah, I mean, they were...
You were nowhere to go.
Definitely out either way. Yeah, there's no way to go. Oh, no, they could have gone right. Yeah, they could have gone right. They could tail chase it, can't they?
Yeah.
They could have, they might not have realized that tail was going to move.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but there was a way to survive here. Unlucky Swams, congratulations, Miss Minutes. You are going through to the top 4.
Yeah, I don't know about you two, but that Swams had the Replit logo head. It's fairly new, so we haven't seen a lot of play with it. But just the way it wraps around, I don't know, it's kind of a little upsetting.
It is a little bit terrifying. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's kind of like a happy face, but it's like dead eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Especially when it goes like in a loop. It's just the way it reorients.
Yeah, we're gonna end up with the tier list of snake heads that terrify the casters at this rate. Because it's an alarming amount of them. Okay.
We're easily upset, I think, here.
Fragile constitutions.
We're a nervous bunch. Yeah.
We're only very sporadically let out of our cave to come onto Twitch, and then we do, and they put these scary things in front of us. So Slippery Basilisk up in the top left corner, Swams on the right, and Team CCDS in the middle. Again, the RNG just being like, I want these games to be fast. I want these snakes to eliminate themselves very quickly. So let's see how we get on. CCDS went down and then went back up. Slippery Basilisk is being slippery. There's a little bit of a side lead for CCDS, and they did it again, hit themselves. So now we've got to see, will Swams be conquered by the lack of tail chase? I think it's just where the food was, yeah.
Oh, that was kind of scary.
Yeah, it was looking very Jormungandr-y. Sorry,
yeah. CDCS and Slippery were, CDCS and Slimes were just like chasing the same piece of food over and over.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, they starved out. So you were right. They were chasing the same bit of food over and over. And I think Swams might have kept sniping them. So Slippery Basilisk they're not going for, like they have the opportunity to get food here. Yeah. And they're below 50% here, and they didn't. And then, so I guess they're not looking at, they must be looking at quite a low threshold. But then by that point, Swams had just cut them off from all the food. No, they didn't even, that's bold.
That one either.
That's bold. And what's interesting is like, Slippery Basilisk is like, again, okay, I have to warn every new group of viewers about this. I have a really bad habit of over-interpreting snake behaviors. But like, it does look a little bit to me like Slippery Basilisk is getting in proximity of the food and then just like lurking it.
Lurking around food?
Because they do that multiple times, right?
That's interesting.
No, okay, they ran away there. Never mind. It is just me overreading. We're fine. Yeah. They just ran out.
Didn't quite make it.
They just ran out.
Turn away at the last moment from this food?
Yeah, they do. They're maybe they're just not looking at food. That's probably the answer.
Poor little Slippery.
Well done, Swams. Basilisk and CCDS do not go through. Commiseration. Well done making the second round, though. Great to see. Someone's
saying, do you actually use Python's random.choice was not on our side today? Is that actually being used by someone? I always wanted just a pure random chaos snake.
Oh, you can. Yeah, I am a big fan. I'm a big fan of chaos battle snakes because, so often folks are building, especially in like top tier battle snake competitions, they're building these complicated machine learning snakes. They're trying to learn the behaviors of others, and you're like, what if it doesn't make sense? What if it doesn't make any sense? What about this?
Fates take the wheel.
Yeah, let the ghost in the machine drive.
Yeah, I'm a loose cannon, and I'm not afraid to slither about. Yeah.
Okay. I'm very pleased by this next layout, and I think you will be as well.
Ooh.
We have, ignoring the food, the RNG has finally given us a reasonable layout for the snakes.
Diamond.
Yes, exactly. So we've got Jormungandr. Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit out of line. Jormungandr, for me, the one to watch here. They're very scary, and I'm interested in how that works out with these, the best snakes from the groups. Loopy Larry on the left, they will loop. And this will be fun to see. Oolong Llama Snake bringing peace and serenity to balance out the limitless rage that is represented by Snakey the Kiwi bird. It's kind of, I like to think that these diagonal lines represent the contrasting snakes. Loopy Larry minding their own business, staying small, against Jormungandr, get big and eat things. Peace and serenity, limitless rage. It's a game of contrasts. Yeah. Okay, let's kick it off. So I'm just watching Jormungandr to go on a killing spree. Oolong Llama hit Kiwi Bird's body. Very unfortunate. Probably a bit of a bug. Okay, Jormungandr does now have the size lead. Are they going to get any kills? They're trying, it looks like. Again, they can't penetrate that tail chase. They can't get through that tail chase.
Oh, Loopy's getting hungry.
They got Kiwi. Okay, now how are they going to deal with Loopy?
Loopy.
It wasn't safe enough to leave. I want to,
It did look very much like Jormungandr was trying
so hard like it's
to
probing,
get in there.
Yeah. And again, I read too much into snake behaviors. I like reading the tea leaves and snake movements. But it does look like they're haunting them. It's like a fox and the hedgehog. And then, Kiwi Snake, Snakey the Kiwi bird, just... Jormungandr's beautiful technique in these kills. Just get slightly ahead, nip off the tip.
Mm-hmm. I love that cutoff strategy there.
Yeah.
That's probably why they didn't get Loopy Larry, though. If they're trying to get one ahead, then you have to be able to jut in if you're going to get into a tail chaser.
Why doesn't Loopy Larry eat there?
I just kept watching that health bar drop and just getting more and more anxious. Loopy, you can't do this to me.
I too like to spin in the fetal position until the game is over. Okay. Now we have Oolong Llama Snake, Snaky Kiwi Bird, and Loopy Larry all in the line again. Loopy Larry at Snaky the Kiwi Bird, sorry, bottom left. Oolong Llama Snake in the middle, and Loopy Larry bottom right. Let's kick off the game and make sure I'm keeping an eye on Loopy Larry. Make sure I don't starve out. Oolong Llama Snake made an unfortunate mistake last time. They are tail chasing again.
Ooh.
Is that what took them out? Which was the snake that dodged them tail chase? Never mind. Kiwi Bird took themselves out of the map. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Peace and Serenity versus minding their own business. Loopy Larry ate food. They broke out and ate food. Okay, so maybe they will. They do. Oh no, that's it for Oolong.
There you go.
Oolong. Too greedy, Oolong.
Too
Not looking
greedy.
ahead.
Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
So what threshold did Loopy Larry break out of then? Oh wait, hang on. Did it actually? No. Yeah. Okay, it was spiraling down there.
Wow, it didn't seem to mind that Oolong Llama Snake was right there. So
that's a
not
missed
avoided.
head-to-head collision, Oolong. Although maybe it's not in their nature. It's not in their nature.
They're passive.
Why does it break out of the loop here? There's no food around it. The food appeared afterwards and was incidental. Do you think it was going for that food too late?
Maybe. I'm really
Anyway.
baffled by Loopy Larry.
It got food. Yeah.
It
Loopy
got
Larry is a
food.
mystery
It
that I
happens,
must crack.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued about when and why they leave the loop. Loopy Larry, if you're in the chat, tell us, what is your looping logic? We must know.
No.
They go through. Commiserations to, as is only good and proper, the two snakes that don't go through is Peace and Serenity and Limitless Rage, cancelling themselves out and not passing through to the next round.
The balance is maintained.
Yeah.
Yeah, just too volatile.
Too volatile.
Situation.
So, ooh, don't look at that. Never mind, I just posted spoilers. Luckily, we didn't have the screen share up.
Oh, only I saw it.
No, we didn't. I didn't post spoilers. Never mind.
Everything's cool. Everything's cool.
Look,
No.
I'm in a different country to y'all. It's late. I don't know how time works. Okay, we have our top four. I'm a game behind. Top four. Very exciting top four. We have Jormungandr, Loopy Larry, polar opposites. Larry, you are a mystery. I must understand. Miss Minutes and Swams, again, I actually feel like I don't really understand how those snakes play because the games they've been in have been so quick and so decisive. So I'm very intrigued.
Miss Minutes was really good. I feel like I was watching Miss Minutes last time and just was very good at staying out of the way, staying kind of small, and then just letting other snakes make mistakes. She just sort of always seemed to just like be skating along like she had predicted the future or something.
So maybe this is very effective branding. I don't know if can I say this without spoiling a TV show? Do we care? But maybe this is very similar to the name character they're named after. Swams, what do you stand for? Have we been told yet?
What does it mean?
I mean, Swams eats. Swams goes for that food and then just becomes a mess of length and body. It's a little, I don't know, maybe it's the head talking to me, but I just kind of feel like it's a little chaotic, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna make something up though. I think we should go.
I was trying really hard. I've got nothing.
Wild, awesome, amazing.
Mega snake.
Mega snake. We did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Super wild, awesome, amazing, mega snake.
That fits. That if the shoe fits.
Yeah.
Top.
All right, so I mean, maybe this is premature, but predictions.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not cursing anyone.
I really want Loopy Larry to not starve and just spin to win. I really am very satisfied by that, but I'm interested to see how Swams does, because I feel like they got real big a couple times. Yeah. So if Jormungandr can't match the size, then maybe Swams will get through.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Jormungandr and Swams, I think if they end up, in close proximity to each other, I think they might take each other out. I think it's going to be dangerous. Mm-hmm. And that's where your Miss Minutes can maybe, slide in there.
I've got to admit, I think I'm Team Jormungandr. I'm just I love a snake that just gets enough of a lead and then goes on kill mode. Like, it's just endlessly entertaining. But I also want Larry to live long enough for us to unravel their mysteries. So, yeah. Let's see how we do. So this is top four. 3 of these snakes go through this time. Previous groups, 2 have gone through. We're going to be seeing 3 of these snakes go through. So only 1 will not make it. And we'll be very sad for them. But we must go on. So here we go. Jormungandr, they all went straight to the middle of the board, and Miss Minutes got squeezed out. We're gonna have to go back and watch that moment because that was fantastic. Loopy Larry, the whole time spinning and minding their own business. Jormungandr, as you predicted, Aurora, cannot get the size edge over Swams. They're staying neck and neck. And as Loopy Larry's found out food. Yes, they did it.
Wow.
Oh, that's going to be it for Swams. They ran out of room thanks to the actions of Larry and Jormungandr. So now we're going to be in that situation we saw in that previous game, which is, will Loopy Larry be able to
surrounded by food right now?
Will they be able to take a dip and get a food without exposing themselves to Jormungandr? Yes, they will.
Loopy.
Okay.
What happened?
So much good stuff to watch. Let's rewind it all the way. That was a long one. Okay.
I want to see Miss Minutes.
The sandwich.
Miss Minutes at that beginning, though. Just
Miss Minutes just got.
And
okay.
Just driven into the wall.
Right. All the snakes converge. This is always fun. Like snakes that run for the middle food and then get there and realize like, oh, you're about to have a head-to-head. So they don't. And then Swams joins in. And they just run Miss Minutes to the wall.
Oh my goodness.
And then they perfectly peel off. This is literally the scene from the original Tron. We have replicated the scene from the original Tron.
We've done it, everyone. Yeah. We've finally done it.
Brutal. And Miss Minutes, just like your doom began 4 or 5 moves earlier. And there's just
so
nothing
pleasing.
Just
someone please clip this. Someone please clip just this moment.
The most satisfying thing I've ever seen. I'm also so sorry to Miss Minutes, though.
What's also great, it just continues. They peel off and then come back together around the middle food.
Oh, we got some synchronized snakes. Yes.
Synchronized swimming snakes. And then they do it again.
It's the next Olympic sport. So we'll hear Jormungandr gets the advantage and has the opportunity to head-to-head Swams. They both shoot. They've got 50-50 corn flip. Who's going to go down? Who's going to go right? Swams manages to survive. That could have been it for Swams, though.
But they do go on. Chicken in the middle here.
They do go on and they do equalize in size. And then we have this forever. Until Loopy Larry makes the heroic dash for food, the furthest we've seen Loopy Larry move. The only food on the map, and they get it. And then that's where they stay until the game is won. Swams, it's going for that food. Chicken's out because of the head-to-head, which is wise because they would have lost if they'd gone there. Mm-hmm. But at this point, they should have gone right here, actually, because they would have eliminated. I mean, Loopy Larry, if they, both snakes had done it, it would have been equal elimination. But I mean, it was certain elimination going up. So this is the deciding move, really. They should have, taken the risk and gone right. Jormungandr did chicken out, but then would have had to come down. So yeah, it was certain elimination anyway. But they could have taken out Jormungandr with them, I guess.
Yeah, and Loopy taking the victory. I mean, this is the perfect example. Like this looping chicken snake behavior. Right. It really shines when you've got these aggressive battle snakes in there with you. Just let them take each other out. Just, stay the course.
And then this is the pivotal mistake from Jormungandr.
So wants to come in. There's no space. No.
Not really any reason to have gone left here. But yeah, very good game. Whew, we love to see it. Okay.
Love to see it. That was a very good one. Got a little bit of taste of it all, the get big and the
good variety platter.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah. A brief moment of cooperation to eliminate a competitor.
To slam Miss Minutes ruthlessly into the wall in the first 20 turns. This is Miss Minutes' opportunity. This is the redemption arc, I believe. Going to be really cool to watch Jormungandr.
The two snakes that ran her into the wall are here.
Yeah, actually, straight up. First question: will they all go for the middle again?
Yeah.
Will Jormungandr and Swams manage to maintain their equal size again? And then both of them made just tiny but pivotal direction choices. That's what we're looking out for. So here we go. They never mind. You know what? Last game was too long. Let's wrap it up. Quick one this time. Just
turn 5. Just
they. Oh, there was a timeout there.
Oh no!
Oh, from Jormungandr. Oh, because Jormungandr detected they won. Yeah.
He was like, whatever.
I don't even know. This is what we were talking about earlier. So when you get into this snake heads up diagonals, it's a 50-50 coin. Well, actually, I mean, they could just completely leave. I don't know why they. Yeah, but if you're going to go either of those diagonals, it's a 50-50 coin flip, basically, and they both chose wrong. And therefore they're out.
So sorry, Miss Minutes and Swams.
Yeah. But again, you reached the top 4 though, so really good going. We still have one more game on this bracket. There's still one more to go through.
We got to get 3 through.
A head-to-head, which is always juicy, but Jormungandr does go through. Oh, I'm so excited for a Loopy Larry and Jormungandr final.
Oh, it's gonna be so satisfying.
But now we have a head-to-head of Swams and Miss Minutes. 1v1 games, very different dynamic to bigger groups. They completely, you would be surprised, new viewers, about the extent to which 1v1 changes everything. So I'm very excited to see how this goes. Second opportunity for Miss Minutes redemption arc. Here we go. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. I really thought that was going to be it. Miss Minutes did have the lead. Go on. Oh, keeping them away from that food.
I mean, Swammy wants the food. We know Swammy loves to eat.
Swammy got the food, and now Miss Minutes is in the danger zone. Miss Minutes, you're going to have to eat. Okay, so it looks like Miss Minutes is going to go for... Oh, go on, get that line.
No.
Swammy!
No, Swams.
I mean, too much food. When it's happened a couple times, I feel Swammy moves into a cluster of food and then just gets wrapped in on themselves.
They're just so happy, just going right into their own.
This is such a tricky. You were talking about that, progression, Battlesnake progression earlier, Aurora. There's like a really popular set of algorithms that appear along that path, and this is where detecting the difference between sizes of spaces available to you is like the next step in the progression for Swams, where we start to see a collection of algorithms called flood fill emerge here, where they would just know that like, hey, that space to my left is too small, don't go that way, but not in evidence here. Commiseration, Swams, great performance from you. Great to see.
I'm glad Miss Minutes had an opportunity for that comeback after being so cruelly treated earlier on.
Right. Being slammed into a wall. Okay.
Bullied.
So that leaves us with our final three. And I need to make a very important reminder, because I can guarantee I'll say this 4 times now, and someone will still ask us in the chat in 10 minutes. The finals is the first snake to win 3 times. I will repeat, the first snake to win 3 games. It is not the best of 3. It is first snake wins 3 games total. So this could go on. This could be 3 games and done. One snake could win 3 times and it's over. Or it could go on forever. It could be one snake wins 2 games, one takes another game, then another one takes another game, and then we ran like on tenterhooks waiting to see who finally wins. Could be short, could be quick. What is often the case is it looks like one snake is about to sweep it and take all 3, and then someone comes out of nowhere and reverse sweeps. Honestly surprising how often that happens. So let's dig into it. We could be here for a little while. It could be very quick. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Jormungandr, Loopy Larry, Miss Minutes. Loopy Larry, I think this is a very favorable start for Loopy Larry. They're in their corner. They can get into their good spiral. Everyone can leave them alone.
Taking a look at the poll and Twitch chat, Loopy Larry currently the chat favorite.
Ooh, the people love a Loopy Larry.
It's so difficult though, because like, I'm not gonna. I promise I'm not intentionally cursing Loopy Larry, but like, because it's not just. This isn't just like, hey, make it to the end of 1 game and make it through to the next round because you didn't get eliminated, right? There's like, they actively need to win 3 times, and that passive is going to be difficult.
It's going to be tough.
Whereas like Jormungandr is very actively trying to win. So it's going to be really interesting. Not that I'm not disagreeing with the might of the numbers that is the Twitch poll. Wisdom of the crowds. I'm just saying.
Just contrarian.
It's an interesting choice in that poll. And then Miss Minutes.
We just haven't seen Jormungandr actually take out Loopy Larry though, have we?
No, they cannot crack that nut.
They cannot penetrate the loop.
No,
so I'd love to see that.
Okay, first game. Miss Minutes goes for the middle and decides she doesn't want it. Oh, she went back and got it. Jormungandr having a go at cracking the loop. They decide not this time. They do have the size advantage of Miss Minutes, which is a scary place to be for Miss Minutes, but Miss Minutes is managing to keep them at bay. Loopy Larry is getting to the danger zone, and there is 1 food near them. Will they take the risk? They've edged closer. They've got to do it. They don't do it. We don't understand Loopy Larry. When do they choose to go for food? And Jormungandr, we were so gobsmacked, we missed Jormungandr making a series of questionable decisions. Why did you go in here? And then why did you go in there?
Again.
Yeah. Sorry, Jormungandr. Tough situation. Well done, Miss Minutes. Nearly didn't make it through to the finals, taking the first game. Loopy Larry, I just don't understand you.
I gotta eat.
What are your secrets?
Trying to build the drama of combat. Yeah.
Okay.
They're programmed for drama.
That should be really great. Just like, I feel that's a level of Battlesnake competition we haven't gotten to yet, where someone intentionally like programs like near losses into their snake, knowing the algorithm actually being in full control the whole time, but just like making everyone think they're about to lose in the ball.
Shark snake, yeah, I love it. Just
like, you know,
I was programmed with my left hand. I'm actually right-handed.
All right. Okay, we're in a pleasing triangle formation. Loopy Larry in the middle could struggle to get into a defensive loop in time. Here we go. They're in the loop. The loop is engaged. Loopy Larry and Jormungandr and Miss Minutes a couple of steps behind Jormungandr. So again, we're in the danger zone for Miss Minutes. Just waiting for Jormungandr to slip up and eat its own tail. Nope, never mind. Jormungandr got there first.
Munch.
So now, Loopy Larry is running for food.
Loopy live. Oh, they've got a gap.
They have a
There's a gap in their loop.
There's a gap in the loop. There is space for Jormungandr to slide in if they time it right. They're trying. They are trying. Loopy Larry's gonna have to make another run for food, and we know that they don't like to do. They did it.
Oh, and
now they're in the corner. Yeah, and they've closed the loop, and they've closed off two sides of themselves as well. It's gonna be tough.
So
tricky corner spot.
On the board. It's upsetting.
Oh my goodness, I can't.
They're gonna have to make another run for food. They're getting down to 30%, 20%. They did it.
They're so close.
Yeah. And there's a gap in their tail again. There's a gap in the loop. Jormungandr is starting to run out of space though. I think
Swammy would never allow this much food to be uneaten on the board.
Swams
would have had it
all this up.
But this is good. We're approaching turn 350.
Wow.
Oh, Loopy Larry's. No. They found the gap. Actually, so if you're going to tail chase, if you're going to loop, you've got to keep it tight. The minute you leave a gap like this between your head and your tail is when someone gets to slide in and finish you off.
We have never seen Loopy Larry that large. I just don't think they know what to do.
It's true.
This is what I'm saying. What is it about this game that meant Loopy Larry was happy to break out of the loop and go E, and not the previous one? I don't understand it. It's a mystery. So that's one to Jormungandr, one to... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just like, we've got no front runners here. This is a very interesting situation.
Even.
Actually, I'm going to start writing that down because I always forget. Okay, so top left is Jormungandr, directly above Loopy Larry. And then we've got Miss Minutes in the middle. Nothing particularly exciting about this setup. Here we go. Miss Minutes does take the middle food this time. So rare instance where everyone is the same length. Loopy Larry much more central in the board than we've previously seen them. Might make it never mind. Miss Minutes is out. Okay, here we are again. Everyone buckle in. Turn 350. Here we go. Loopy Larry actually, I think, is going to really struggle to get food here. Nope. Never mind. But they've got that decisive gap.
Loopy Larry will not be deciphered by you, Joe.
Absolutely not. I will never understand the snake.
No.
It'll be my dying words will be, how is Loopy Larry? Jormungandr.
Jormungandr not quite as good at looping as Loopy Larry.
I don't understand.
Just don't go in.
We got to turn 350. Jormungandr was like 25 in length. None of this happened. What is it that's making Jormungandr just go like, I'm going to spiral here? Because this is a consistent pattern. Well, it's a pattern that we've seen multiple times, but it's not consistent. So that's one for Loopy Larry. Is that one for all three of them now?
I believe, yes.
Okay. This is a very even competition. Very exciting. Could be anyone still to play for. We could be here for a while longer yet. Okay. This setup is just like, snakes, stay away from each other. Your food's going to be on the outside of the board. We don't want anyone interacting in any way, shape, or form. And they all ignore. Oh, Miss Minutes. Oh, that's very close to Jormungandr. Loopy Larry, loop him. Miss Minutes has not been able to get her first food yet. Okay, she's got some. We're out of the danger zone a little bit. Jormungandr, big size lead, hounding Miss Minutes. Jormungandr really struggles to catch Miss Minutes in a way that it didn't with some of the other snakes.
I mean, we see, I don't think this has had a chance to be appreciated. Jormungandr does tend to get like looped in and tangled in on itself. Yeah. But Miss Minutes, does not. It's like pretty good at making sure to not create those circles getting trapped in.
As we were saying, Jormungandr did it again. So how is Miss Minutes going to deal with Loopy Larry here?
We haven't seen this showdown yet.
We
I don't
haven't
think
seen the
Miss
showdown.
Minutes
Both of them
is
might.
aggressive.
Okay, Loopy Larry is not starving out. It's just this is just going to be whichever snake makes a mistake first, I think.
Worth noting, last time Loopy Larry got to 8, that was just too big, and
Right. Well, that Jormungandr slid in, right? Like this is. I don't think we're going to see any aggression here. We're just going to see like which snake fails to tessellate.
This is going to be one of those where they just fill the board up with their.
Yeah.
Oh.
This
and
is a
Miss Minutes
strap-in
is very
moment.
good
This is
at using
we're going to
themselves.
500 turns. Oh, my
like
frame
this
rate
tail
dipped.
chase with that food right there. Tasty. You're ready, Loopy.
Look at that.
Miss Minutes is really good at just taking casual space filling maneuvers like
Yeah.
that. Look at that, just yeah.
I would say Miss Minutes
is
is the best snake in this tournament for keeping that, loop and
Oh,
not.
that's a questionable
Oh,
decision.
no.
That's
Oh,
it.
no.
That's yeah.
Oh, I spoke too soon. I'm sorry.
I feel
cares?
pretty confident saying that Aurora cursed it.
I think that we know now.
That was so specific. It had to have been the
Yes.
caster curse.
Miss Minutes heard
I
you.
can't live with this burden. Oh,
No. So yeah, the decisive action here was what Miss Minutes had been doing was basically very long tail chasing, and then just decided. I guess that maybe that's because Larry's head interrupted, but yeah. So that's Larry, the first to take an extra game. So we are now in the interesting spot because one more win for Larry is it. So any game now could be the last game, but he could also continue for a while. Sorry, it's now very high-pitched ringing in my room for some reason. Hopefully you can't hear that, Mike.
Can't
Here we
hear
go.
it at all. Yeah.
Perfect.
You're golden.
Okay. Miss Minutes taking that middle food as always. Loopy Larry in the bottom corner. Very safe, secure position to be. Jormungandr and Miss Minutes having a real standoff here. They went through that pattern twice. We're going to have to rewind them more. It depends how long this game is. I'm not going to rewind for 400 turns. But that was very cool to watch. They are really going at each other this time. Loopy Larry making the break for food and they didn't make it. They
No,
didn't
Loopy,
get back in.
no.
Oh,
What?
and then Jormungandr did it again.
This is Loopy Larry's chance to win and
Yeah.
just didn't.
It's like they ate.
Just,
Go on.
yeah. Jormungandr.
They were so close to getting back in that loop. Look, they made the run for it. They didn't even get the food they were going for, I guess. And they were like, quick, panic, get in the loop. And it was not quick. Oh, no, they did
Too
go.
late.
They were still
they were
going for
gonna
the
go
food.
that.
Yeah.
They decided that was the food they wanted. And then Jormungandr immediately is just like, I got Loopy. I'm
They
done.
just have a real preference for going left. It's just bizarre. Well done, Miss Minutes. 2 to Miss Minutes. So Jormungandr is now trailing, which is honestly very surprising to me. Match 6. So either snake could win it, or we could be going to match 7 if Jormungandr wins.
Do you feel like, I don't know, like we've got 2 potentials with both Loopy and Miss Minutes for taking it. Do we want to, do we want to do a countdown?
I love
feel
a
like this is
countdown.
perilous.
I'm
You don't
always
have
up for a
to.
countdown.
Yeah, we could definitely do a countdown.
I honestly pride myself in my ability to try and judge the latency between the Pacific and where I
Yeah,
am now.
you've gotten very, very good at it. I don't know how you do it, but you've got the whatever seconds of pause just locked in. From 3.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Ready?
All right.
3,
3,
2, 1.
1. Battlesnake.
Battlesnake.
Loopy is looping. Miss Minutes did not get an initial food, so they're probably going to be waiting until they get close to hunger and going for food, or they're not going to get a chance if Jormungandr's going to chase them. Oh, this is getting tight. Okay, they got it. Loopy is going to have to make a run for food. They do have a nearby food. They got it, and they're back in the loop. But they do have that gap in the loop, which is always scary to see. Jormungandr with a huge lead. Having a little look at Larry, seeing what they're up to. Larry timed out for a minute there. Timing out in a loop is scary because it could go very wrong very quickly. Especially when you're against a wall. They're going to have to make a run for food. They do it. Jormungandr take itself out probably in the same way, in the typical fashion. So this is the final game. We now know this is the final game. Just is it going to be Loopy Larry or is it going to be Miss Minutes? Who's going to make the first mistake?
Loopy Larry stressing Loopy Larry out a bit. He's got food though.
Oh, that's a really jaggedy tail chase for Loopy Larry there.
Yeah, lots of space, but Miss Minutes isn't
So much
really
food.
interested in.
No. Well, Miss Minutes has got work to do. She's trying to avoid food. Like Miss Minutes doesn't like food, and now the whole board is food.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But we know Miss Minutes is better, if not perfect, better at not getting tangled in on themselves.
You need to stop. The minute you started saying that, Aurora, she took weird paths again.
Fine. I believe in this.
Oh no, this is it.
Oh, wow.
Again, same thing we saw as before, where the minute it goes wrong for Miss Minutes, it's where she stops chasing her tail. And I wonder here if it's because she's now she's just on the wrong side of the board to her tail. So yeah, that's just fine.
Tough.
I mean,
well done, Loopy Larry.
Yeah, the conservative, the shy Loopy, it worked. He got there.
Important to note, though, that we do have prizes for first, second, and third.
Yes.
In this case, I'm actually... Yeah, so in this case, because of the way the wins have shaked out, with 3 wins for Loopy Larry, that is first prize, 2 wins for Miss Minutes, that is second prize, and the 1 win for Jormungandr, that is third prize. So congratulations to all of our winning snakes. And again, huge thank you to all of you who have taken part. Those were great games, always awesome to see, especially awesome to see from students. The amount of progress we see in these tournaments in the limited time that you're playing and how far those snakes come along in the time that they do is super awesome. We'd love to see you continue those snakes as we're talking through the game. There is like some really awesome snakes here, and we hopefully from what you've been able to see, you're already seeing and thinking about ways that you can tweak this and change that to get them to that next level of competition. Super great. So
that's not our only award, is it, Joe?
No. Is it, Aileen?
Yes, that's right. We have
the queen is back.
One more award to give out. Our winners and all the places have been decided, but there is one last little addition, the best branding award, and we have a chosen winner. The one true branding is Magical Mischief Makers, accused of aiding and abetting the snake Severus Snake. So Severus Snake did a really great job of their branding, and a lot of that is actually this incredibly large PowerPoint that is very impressive.
I mean, went the extra mile.
The Daily Prophet, Severus Snake, a threat to the wizarding world. This is amazing, and is maybe why Joe's computer has been running slow, because it's just has been churning away in the background, possibly.
Just
there's so much
breaking
going
me.
On here. Incredibly impressive.
I just really want to celebrate that a prize has been won in Battlesnake due to the size of a PowerPoint presentation. I think that's a first for us, and it's a notable milestone.
Yeah, so very well done. You clearly thought it through. Your team name, your snake name, your PowerPoint, your description, you did it all. It was very cohesive and incredibly impressive, and you clearly put a lot of work into it, and we love you for that. So thank you. You get a $20 gift card. Well done.
And do also again want to point out, the branding in general here has been a level of excellence I think we rarely see.
Truly.
We were talking at the beginning about how the golden egg of Battlesnake branding is when the behavior matches the branding, and we've seen that in Oolong, we've seen that in Jormungandr, we've seen that in Loopy Larry, in what was I actually can't remember what the real snake name is. I just can think of Limitless Rage. Limitless Rage Snake.
The kiwi.
The kiwi, Snakey the kiwi bird.
The kiwi bird.
We may have seen it in SWAMs. I still don't know what SWAM stands for. Maybe we did. But yeah, fantastic work, everyone.
Yeah,
so,
really well done.
That is everything from us. Again, huge thank you for joining us. It looks like Twitch chat has been wild. Thank you all for taking part in the polls. I actually see that we've got Loopy Larry in the chat. Congratulations, Wolverine and crew. Thank you, RBC, for putting us together and introducing us to all you fine Battlesnake players. I want to give a special shout out. If you have enjoyed playing Battlesnake in your time with us, highly recommend that you keep an eye out for the Fall League. So every season, Battlesnake does a new competition. It's always super fun. Lots of new events go on. We have a tournament at the end of it. It's different every time, different game mode. You can enter, lots of prizes. Eyes have been reminded by the booth. It is really, really fun, and registration for that will be opening soon. So if you've enjoyed your time in this tournament, there's another tournament just around the corner where you'll get to meet the rest of the amazing Battlesnake community and play around with them. So keep an eye out for that registration opening soon. The registration opens August 30th. Sorry, pre-reg opens August 30th. And then the league itself starts September 24th. Loads of time to work on your snakes, really tune them up, get them ready for battle. and then join us at the Fall League. So that's all from us. Thank you all so much. Hope you enjoy your weekends, and thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks all you RBC interns. We've enjoyed this time with you, and I hope you've enjoyed it with us.
Well done, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.